The first thing you need to do is prepare the concrete surface. There's one or two ways you can do that. First, hydroblasting. The second is sandblasting. Now when you hydroblast or sandblast, what you're doing is removing surface latent, dust, contaminants, and loose or corroded concrete. For the co-liner to bond correctly, you need a rough and sound concrete surface that's free of corrosion or loose materials. Now to get that, you need the equipment with the right capacity and pressure to do the job right the first time. After the surface prep is finished, and if your job spec calls for it, apply the concrete primer. The primer penetrates into the concrete to form a strong molecular bond. It also cross-links with the structural polymer. After the cross-linking occurs, the bond between the primer and the concrete is actually stronger than the concrete itself. Before applying the PVC, it must be activated. Activator is a solvent-based liquid material that's applied with a roller. The activator makes the PVC liner reactive so it can chemically bond with the structural polymer or the seam material. After activating the PVC, it doesn't need to be activated again. Next are the detail pieces. These include preformed corners and flexible handling of strips. They're installed using the structural polymer. The strips need to be centered where the PVC sheets will meet, and they'll activate it on both sides. The structural polymer is the base material of the co-lining system. It chemically bonds with the activated PVC liner and the prepared concrete. This chemical bond forms a composite. It can be trailed or spray applied to the prepared concrete. The PVC sheet is a non-porous outer protective member of the co-lining system. It's impermeable to gases and liquids. Before application, the sheets are rolled up. The rolls align at the surface and then unroll progressively into the structural polymer. As the PVC is unrolled, linoleum rollers are used to push away the polymer along the front of the PVC. The wave prevents the air from getting trapped behind the PVC liner. The next sheet is applied overlapping the previous sheet by a minimum of 4 inches. Structural polymer or seam material is applied to the overlap area of the first PVC sheet before installing the next. When necessary, temporary supports are used to hold the liner in place while it goes through the curing process. Once the structural polymer has cured enough to hold the PVC sheet, the supports can be removed. As the crew moves along through the structure, the rear supports are moved forward to hold the newest applied sheets. Typically, the supports can be removed after a few minutes to a few hours, depending on how much catalyst has been added to the structural polymer.